Ilang minuto pa ang hinintay ko, bago tuluyang magtawag upang makapag-board. Natasha, agad akong napalingon nang may tumawag sa aking likuran. I was patiently waiting in line when someone called me. "Hail," I said and smiled, "ngayon din pala ang flight mo." I chuckled when confusion was showed on his face. "As much as I want to understand you, I can't," he said and smiled. "Come on, join me in my plane." "It's okay, Hale. I'll just." "Please, Natasha. I insist." I sighed. "Okay." Matamis itong ngumiti, bago hatakin ang malit ako. When we are boarded ay asikasong-asikaso kami ng flight attendant sa loob. "So it will be a long flight," Hale said na tinanguan ko naman. "I never get the chance to bid my goodbyes to you guys." "Yeah, you just left." Mixing wika ko. Ilang sandali pa kaming nagkwentuhan ni Hale, hanggang sa dalawin ako ng antok. When I woke up again ay nasa eroplano pa rin kami. Hale is nowhere to be found, so I just took my phone and was about to open it when Hale came back to his seat holding a tray of food in his hands. We are almost in France," he said with a smile on his face. Tumango lang ako at inabot ang tray ng pagkain. Tila nanubig ang bagang ko nang makita ang masarap na cheesecake na nasa platito. My mouth watered as I devoured the delicious taste of cheesecake. "It seems that you like it." Natatawang wika ni Hale, pero hindi ko na siya pinansin at patuloy na kumain. It was already dawn when we arrived at the airport. Hinatid pa ako ni Hale sa bahay ko rito sa France na hindi ko na tinanggihan. "Thanks, Hale," I said and hugged him. Bakit parang ang sarap niyang yakapin? Dati kasi kapag nakikita ko si Hale, at gusto kong kutusan ito sa inis, pero ngayon ay hindi. Odd. "You're welcome," he said and handed me a white envelope. "What is this?" Takang tanong ko at binuksan ang envelope. My mouth hung open when I saw what's inside. "You are getting married." Natatawang tumango siya sa akin. "Why do you seem surprised? Hindi ba ako pwedeng ikasal?" My eyes widened in shock when I heard him saying that. Maski siya ay nagulat at agad na nag-iwas ng tingin. "Akala ko ba hindi ka? I'm marrying a Filipina, Natasha," he said, a proud smile in his lips. "I'm learning." I just chuckled and we bid our goodbyes. Hinintay ko pa ang pag-alis ng kanyang sasakyan, bago ako tuluyang pumasok sa kwarto, at pabagsak na nahiga sa aking kama. I smiled as I looked at the ceiling of my bed. I miss this place. Muli akong naupo at kinuha ang cellphone ko, para sana tawagan si Martin, pero napatanga ako sa isang sandamakmak na text messages, at missed call na galing kay Gabriel. "No, Natasha, you can't do this to me. Please answer the phone. It's not true, you are in France. No baby, just please answer me. Mahal na mahal kita, Natasha. Maawa ka, answer my phone, kahit mag-text ka lang ng tuldok." Those are his messages for me, na para namang nalagay ako sa bingit ng kamatayan. Hindi ko na inabalang basahin ang iba, at nag-text na lang na nakarating na ako ng ligtas at nagpapahinga. Parang ilang oras lang, ay magkasama pa kami kanina, pero kung makapag-text ito sa akin ay parang hindi na ako babalik. "Martin," wika ko nang sagutin ni Martin ang tawag ko. "One of my most trusted people I have. I'm back." It was almost evening in France. Kanina ay kausap pa niya si Gabriel, and she was really shocked to hear the news to him. The meeting went well with the investors. They were quite impressed, and decided to sign the papers immediately. She sighed and massaged her temple. Agad naman siyang napaayos ng upo nang pumasok si Martin sa opisina niya. "Ma'am Natasha," wika ni Martin nang makapasok ito sa kanyang opisina. Morgan handed her the envelope containing the mastermind of what is happening to her. "You better hide. I swear I won't let you slide." She sighed and picked up the envelope. Kung tama ang hinala niya, ay baka hindi niya kayanin. He can't be right. Matagal ko na siyang kilala. Or kilala ko nga ba talaga siya? Kung mali ang hinala niya, ay tila nagtaksil siya sa kanyang pinakamatalik na kaibigan. No, her hands shivered and hot stream of tears flowed down her eyes, as she looks at the picture of the people behind everything that is happening to her. Pero ang mas ikinagulat niya, ay ang makita itong kasama si Trina sa loob ng isang coffee shop sa France. It can't be. Baka nagkakamali ka lang. Galit niyang wika. Hindi na niya namalayan na nalamukos niya na ang litrato sa galit. I'm sorry Ma'am Natasha. Ayun lang ang nasabi ni Martin, bago siya nito iwan sa loob ng kanyang opisina. Walang habas ang paglandas ng luha mula sa kanyang mga mata, habang nakatingin sa lalaking pinagkatiwalaan niya ng buong puso. Paano mo nagawa sa akin ito? Wika niya sa paos na boses. Tila nagkaroon ng butas ang kanyang puso, sa katotohanang sumambulat at sumampal sa kanya. Nash, how can you do this to me? Now everything seems dark. Naiwan siyang maraming katanungan na gustong masagot. She wants an answer, pero parang mawawasak ang puso niya sa magiging sagot ng kaibigan. Nash knew all of her secrets, he knew what happened to her. She trusted him with her life, ngayon ay natanong niya ang sarili. May kinalaman ba ito sa mga taong gumahasa sa kanya? Kung mayroon man baka hindi niya kayanin. Of all the people why him? Bakit ikaw pa? Tila pinagbagsakan siya ng langit at lupa, habang nakatitig sa larawan ni Nash, habang hawak ang mga dokumentong pagmamay-ari niya. She sighed in disbelief as a wave of doubt rushed to her system. She felt betrayed, parang nagkapira-piraso ang puso niya sa nalaman. She drank the liquor in her hands, at nang maubos ang laman nito, ay malakas niyang binalibag ang bote dahil upang mabasag ito. She took her phone out and dialed Nash's number, ilang ring pa lang ay sumagot na ang kaibigan sa tawag niya. Natasha. His usual cheeky voice welcomed her. Are you in France now? Visit us tomorrow. A faint smile crossed her lips, as a new batch of tears flowed down her face. Okay, wika niya at pilit na pinakasual ang boses, tell Kat my greetings. Do you have a? Pero hindi na niya pinatapos ang pagsasalita, at pinatay na ang tawag. Tila pinupunit ang kanyang puso, habang naririnig ang malambing na boses ni Nash. She just kept on crying until darkness reigned to her. Tula lang nakatingin si Natasha sa mag-asawang masayang kumakain sa kanyang harapan. Nash was extra sweet with Kathy, since it's 5 months pregnant. Masilan ang pagbubuntis ng asawa nito, kaya todo alaga si Nash sa asawa. Hindi niya magawang ngumiti, she can't even fake her smile for them. Bakas sa mukha niya ang lungkot at sakit, habang nakatingin sa matalik na kaibigang pinagkatiwalaan niya ng buong buo. Ayaw pa rin maniwala ng puso niya. She can't accept the fact that Nash, the man who loved her, the man who helped her, the man who she trusted the most, is the man who's betraying her. Bumalik na naman sa alaala niya ang mga larawan nito. All of it was pointing him as the mastermind of everything. She sighed, the worst thing about betrayal is that sometimes it came to the people we trust the most. Natasha, nag-aalalang bulong ni Kathy nang makita ang pagpatak ng luha sa mga mata ng dalaga. Ayos ka lang ba? But her eyes remain emotionless. And keeps looking at Nash. Kakikitaan ng pag-aalala ang mga mata nito, pero she shouldn't be fooled again, right? Hindi niya maipaliwanag ang sakit na nadarama. The pain was unbearable. Natasha, bulong ni Nash, what happened? Gusto niyang matawa, dahil kahit na alam na niya ang totoo, ay naniniwala pa rin siya sa lahat ng emosyon na ipinapakita ni Nash. The caring and loving Nash she knew for almost 5 years. I'm not okay. Bulong niya dahilan upang mas bumuhos pa ang luha, mula sa kanyang mga mata. Natasha, ayun lang ang sinabi ni Kathy, bago ito tumayo sa kinauupuan, at lumipat ng upo sa tabi niya. Tahan na, everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. She doubted that, the night when she knew Nash's true color. She knew that everything will never be okay. She will never be okay, it will never be the same again. Did Gabriel do something to you again? Malamig na tinig ni Nash, but she better know. It was all an act, pero makulit ang puso niya na patuloy na nagsasabing si Nash pa rin ito. Ang kaibigan niyang nakilala sa loob ng mahabang panahon. It was not him, bulong ni Natasha. It was someone whom I trust with all my heart. Bumalatay sa mukha ni Nash ang kaguluhan. I'm sorry but I have to go. Wika ni Natasha at mabilis na kinuha ang coat at purse sa Celia, bago nagmamadaling lumabas sa bahay ng mag-asawa. Hindi pa man siya nakakalayo, ay tila nanlambot na ang mga tuhod niya, she was like a beggar on the street pero wala siyang pakialam. Please, she said pleading, pero hindi niya alam kung bakit iyon ang lumabas sa kanyang mga labi. Make it stop, mariing wika niya at napahawak sa kumikirot na puso. Patuloy ang pagdaloy ng luha mula sa kanyang mga mata. Ramdam niya ang pagsikip ng dibdib sa tuwing naaalala niya ang kataksilan ng kaibigan. She wants to believe that Nash had his reason. She wants to hold on to him. She wants him to stay by her side, pero hindi maari. Here, dahan-daang nag-angat ang kanyang ulo, upang makita kung sino ang taong mag-aabot sa kanya ng panyo. Gio, Natasha said while looking at Gio who's smiling and handling her his handkerchief. Hi! Magiliw na wika ng binata, hindi niya inaakala na makikita ang dalaga dito, ang mas kinabigla pa niya ay ang makita itong umiiyak sa daan. Sa loob ng isang coffee shop sila napadpad ni Gio. Tahimik lang na nakamasid sa kanya ang binata, he didn't talk the whole time, he was just looking at Natasha. Ayos ka na ba? Tanong ni Gio. Marahang tumungulang si Natasha. At sumimsam ng frappe na inorder niya, matamis naman ito, pero bakit parang ang pait sa dila niya, I want to be okay. Gustong-gusto niya ang maging maayos, yung tipong wala pa siyang nalalaman. Yung tipong wala pa siyang ideya, she started doubting Nash, when she heard him talking to someone the last night they were in Quezon. He said that she might hear him and he'll call soon. It's okay to let it all out Natasha. Wika ni Gio bago sumandal sa Celia. Ayos lang na ilabas mo ang sakit. It will help. Hindi na niya namalayan ang pagpatak ng luha mula sa kanyang mga mata. Emotions rushed through her at hindi na niya kinaya. Hindi ako masamang tao, pero bakit sa akin nangyayari ito? Panimula niya. Sabihin mo Gio, masama ba ako? Pagod na ako sa lahat ng problema ko. Betrayals after betrayals, ano pa ang kulang? Hindi umimik si Gio at hinayaan ang dalagang maglabas ng sama ng loob. Ramdam niya sa mga boses nito ang hinanakit. All I want is just a happy life with my kids. Pero bakit ang hirap-hirap nun abutin? Gusto niyang lapitan ang dalaga at yakapin, he wanted to wipe her tears away, pero alam niya ang lugar niya. I once asked that same question myself. And I think I already found the answer. It's because you need to fight for your happiness Natasha, stop being soft Natasha they know. I know that I told you that it's okay, and I just want to be honest to you Natasha. Your softness is your weakness, your kindness is their strength, so you have to be brave Natasha. In this world weak people tends to be left behind. Parang zombie na naglalakad si Natasha papasok sa kanyang bahay. She kept on thinking about what Gio said, pero nawala sa isip niya ang sinabi ni Gio, nang makita ang lalaking nakaupong nakayukyek sa baitang ng hagdan. Gabriel, hindi siya nagkamali ang binata nga ang naroon. She smiled and sat beside him, rinig niya pa ang paghilik nito, na tila pagod at tulog na tulog. Hey, she whispered and slowly tapped his shoulder. Dahan-dahan ang naging pagkilos ni Gabriel. He yawned and blinks his eyes numerable times. And his blue orbs look at her. Baby, he whispered. Kanina pa siya naghihintay sa dalaga, pero nakatulugan na lang niya ang paghihintay. What are you doing here? Takang tanong niya at ipinatong ang ulo sa mga tuhod na magkadikit. I want to see you, he said. You don't know how worried I was when we heard about that news. Natasha chuckled and slowly moved her face, and captured Gabriel's lips. Thank hell then. Kung hindi dahil sa kakulitan niya malamang na hindi mo na ako makita ngayon. Biglang lumungkot ang mga mata ni Natasha. Pero nakakaawa pa rin yung mga namatayan. Panipik. I know baby, Gabriel said and caressed her cheeks. Sino ang naiwan sa mga bata? Nakila mommy sila. Don't worry before I leave I made sure they're safe. Mabuti naman. Gusto niya munang magpahinga sa lahat ng problema na pinagdadaanan niya. She sighed bago sinandal ang ulo sa balikat ni Gabriel. I'm so tired, pagod na wika niya, at ipinikit ang mga mata, not just physical but she's also tired mentally. Hindi na niya namalayan na hinela na siya ng antok, at nagising na lang sa mataas na sikat ng araw na tumatama sa kanyang mukha. Hindi na niya maalala kung paanong nakapunta sa kanyang kama. All she remembered is leaning on Gabriel's shoulder. She slowly climbed off the bed and went straight to the bathroom to freshen up. Matapos makapag-ayos, ay lumabas na siya sa kanyang silid at dumiretso sa kusina. Good morning baby. Malapad ang ngiting naglakad siya palapit kay Gabriel. Busy sa pagluluto ng breakfast, she encircled her hands on his waist to hug him. Morning, Natasha said, anong niluluto mo? Pancake. He chuckled before turning the stove off, at humarap sa kanya. Gabriel pulled her close to him and kissed her lips. Namimahasa ka ng kakahalik, she said pouting. Being with Gabriel was like a safety shelter for her. Panandalian niyang nakalimutan ang lahat ng problema na kinakaharap, she felt safe in his arms. You never stop me though. I love your kisses. That's why. Matapos mag-agahan, ay naghanda na si Natasha para sa lakad nila ni Gabriel. Since they are already here, they decided to have a date and tour. You look stunning, Gabriel said, his lips slightly parted, while looking at Natasha who's wearing a V-neck white shirt and pants, na pinatungan ito ng coat. It was just a simple clothes but Natasha rocks it. Nambola ka pa, he just chuckled and held her hand. Natasha can't stop herself from looking at their intertwined hands. They decided to visit different tourist attraction in France. Nakakapagod man ang maghapong paggala ay wala silang pakialam, they will hold each other hands walk by their side and just smile na parang wala silang problema. It was almost sunset, when they decided to visit Eiffel Tower, hinuli talaga nila itong puntahan, to see how beautiful and magnificent it was when dark crept. The breezy cold air kissed their skin, as they look at the amazing view on the top of the tower. Marami ang tao sa tuktok, pero hindi naman iyon nakahassle, most of the tourists are couple, at isa na sila doon. Gabriel moved to her back and slowly encircled his hands on her waist. She smiled and leaned on Gabriel's chest as they watched the beautiful view on the top. This was just a dream for me. Bulong ni Gabriel, kaya't nagangat ng tingin si Natasha. I always want to be with you in different countries. Ang sarap sigurong libutin ng mundo kasama ka. Natasha can feel her heart found in happiness and contentment as those words leave Gabriel's lips. That will lose you a million. Natatawang wika niya. Sa mahal ba naman ng travel fees, ibahin mo pa ang accommodations ay siguradong malaking gastos, Gabriel chuckled and kissed her head. I'd rather lose everything I have than to lose you and our kids. Maramdaming wika nito, na mas lalong nagpabilis ng tibok ng puso ni Natasha. Our problems won't end, may masusolve, at mayroong bagong papalit. But despite that Natasha, I want you to hold my hand, and never let it go. Let's face our problem together. And let's not run away anymore. Hindi niya alam kung bakit pero napaluhan na lang siya sa mga sinasabi ng binata. It makes her heart flutter in so much happiness, as Gabriel said those words to her. We waste 6 years because of our weakness. People took advantage of our kindness, and used it against us. I don't wanna see you sad. I don't wanna see you cry, but that's impossible. I'm not a perfect man to marry Natasha. But I want to fit in your world to fulfill your dreams. And be the man to give you happiness. Natasha gasped as Gabriel bent down on his knees, he's holding a red velvet box in his hands with a blue big diamond on the top of it. Natasha can't stop her tears from falling down her face, as she looked at the man who's kneeling in front of her. Natasha Ramirez, I know that it's not this extravagant, but please baby, be my queen, fulfill be my other part and life with happiness and joy. Marry me Natasha. Maraming tao ang pumulibot sa kanila, habang nanunood sa maramdaming marriage proposal ng isang Gabriel Mondragon sa kanya. She covered her mouth with her hands. And slowly nodded her head for an answer. Of course. Paus niyang wika, I will marry you baby. Malakas na sigawan, at hiyawan ng mga banyagang naroon rin ang kanyang pagsagot sa binatang hinihingi ang kanyang kamay. Gabriel slowly put the ring on her finger. Tila nasa isa silang teleserye, at silang dalawa ang bida. Gabriel immediately stood up and hugged her tight. I love you baby, he said and kissed her with full of love. Bawat halik ni Gabriel ay ramdam na ramdam ni Natasha, mula sa kanyang kaibuturan. She doesn't want to stop, she just want to kiss him and all, pero ang hiyawa ng mga tao ang nagpakalat sa kanilang dalawa. Her face blushed, so Gabriel covered her face by simply hugging her. They spent more than a week in France, before they decided to go back home. Walang palya ang pagtawag nila sa mga anak, just to make sure that they're safe and okay. It was a wonderful week for them, just simply cuddling and making love until their body is tired. You okay? Bulong ni Gabriel at marahang tinatapik ang likod ni Natasha. Nang magising kasi ito, ay agad na nagtungo sa banyo, at nagsuka, nag-aalala na siya dahil ilang araw na ring ganito ang dalaga. He insists on taking her into the hospital, but Natasha will just decline and smile. Tissue please. She whispered. Kaya't mabilis ang naging pagkilos niya, at inabot ang tissue sa dalaga. Baby, I think we should visit. I'm fine, Natasha said at nagtungo sa lababo para magmumog. I'm hungry. Lumapit naman si Gabriel sa dalaga, he took her hair binder and fixed Natasha's hair. In that simple gesture Natasha felt happy. What do you want to eat? He said at patuloy na inayos ang buhok ng dalaga. I want waffle with ketchup. You what? Gulantang na wika ni Gabriel. Baby, that's gross. Natasha pout. Agad naman na natarante si Gabriel nang makita ang nagluha ng dalaga. Hey, why are you crying? Tanong ni Gabriel at marahang pinunasan ang mukha ng dalaga. Because I want waffle with ketchup. Sigaw nito at padebog na lumabas ng kanyang silid. Gabriel left dumbfounded. Sinundan na lang niya ng tingin ang dalaga bago napailing. Does she have menstruation?